So I have a little test to do today. It's very non-scientific, but I'm curious, so I'm gonna test out to see if we can make any of the knock on this John Deere AMT 622 go away by adding some Lucas to it, and we're gonna see what happens. Now, don't take this for, this is not instructional. I'm not telling you to do this. This is just me trying something to see what happens. So check it out. Eliminates the noise. Let's find out. This thing has a terrible knock. Kind of noisy. Almost sounds like a rod knocking. Don't really know. Hey everybody, so I've decided I'm going to start doing a new series, and it's going to be called Whatever Wednesday. I'm going to release these every Wednesday, and we're just going to go through a project that I'm working on in the shop. So this is the first one for Whatever Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. Well, as you guys saw in that previous clip, this thing is really loud. It knocks, there's a really loud knock coming from it, and I don't know if I can, let me see if I can get it to the right, yeah. It's also pretty low on compression. But what I'm curious about, will this get rid of it? Lucas high mileage, it says eliminates the noise. I don't have much faith in it, but Lucas makes good products, so I'm gonna try it out and we're gonna see if that helps with that noise. So check it out. We're going to change the oil, take a look at what it looks like, and then we're going to run this thing and find out if this oil treatment stuff, if it can get rid of a horrible sound like the thing coming from this one. I don't know. It's Whatever Wednesday. We're going to find out. Now I just got to figure out where the heck the drain plug is on this. It's actually a Kawasaki engine. All right, so I got my drain pan, but I'm going to throw a plastic bag in it. Because I want to see what the oil actually looks like when it comes out. I want to see if there's any metal or particulate in that. Looks like hair. I don't know what that is. It actually looks legitimately like hair. That is gross. Is that the drain plug? That might be the drain plug. I don't know. I'm gonna guess that's it, but. Well, whatever it is, it ain't tight. That is definitely the drain plug. That was not tight at all. I don't know, the color looks pretty gray. It's not a pretty color, I'll tell you that. Well, it doesn't look that old. Looks like brand new oil. Even smells good. No, it doesn't. Almost looks like on a motorcycle when your clutch goes bad. What size that thing is, full of dirt. Oh, I'm gonna rinse it out with a little fresh oil. I don't know that that's gonna help much, but we'll give it a little rinse. Well, there's also a dipstick located right down in there. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil, run it through this direction too, just so we get it rinsed out as good as possible for this test. Now I do want to say this thing was knocking so hard, I don't expect it to go away. I'm just curious what it'll do, to be honest. I actually ordered a new engine for this already, so I'm not expecting huge results, but I am curious, and I know probably some of you are curious. Does it work? Does it not work? You know, can it make something that's knocking that hard quieter? Can it make it go away? I don't know. We're going to find out. If it doesn't work, it's not a big deal, but I'd like to see. So that's why I'm doing the test, so that we can find out together. 20% system capacity, or for badly worn engines up to 30%. So I'm going to check the specs, see how much oil this thing's supposed to take, and then I'm going to add that oil, and then we'll add this on top. Well, online it says 1.3 quarts if you're not doing an oil filter. I don't see an oil filter on this, so That doesn't really make any sense. I don't know, maybe later on they put an oil filter on it or something. But I don't see a filter, so I'm gonna add a quart. I'm gonna check the oil, see where it's at, and then hopefully it'll just need topped up 1/3 of a quart, and that can be the Lucas, and then we'll start this thing up. All right, it's pretty much done dripping out everywhere. So I don't know exactly why you'd ever pull this out, because there is a dipstick back there, but either way we did it. Definitely don't think the oil that was in here was 50 weight. It's too thin to be. And I'm just gonna start with adding a quart. I can always take some out, so. All right, so that's 1 quart of Pennzoil, because it's what I had. And then we're gonna go in with the Lucas High Mileage Oil Stabilizer. This is not a sponsored video. This is just a I'm wondering what will happen video. Now, I wanna show you this. Stuff is like, it's thick. It's like honey almost. Yeah, that's super thick. Look at that. Okay. Enough messing around. I'm actually going to check that oil level real quick. See where we're at. Okay, so it's at the bottom dot. So we got 4 dots. 4 dots on here. I'm going to go to the at least the 3rd dot. I mean, the full mark's all the way up here, so anywhere in there is okay. But I want to put plenty of oil in it, and I want to put plenty of this Lucas in it. So this is a quart, so I'm going to guesstimate, and then I'll check the level. Maybe I should have put this in first. I'm going to let that settle for a minute, because I think if I stick the dipstick back in now, it's just going to, this stuff's so thick, I think it'll be all over it, and I won't know anyway. All right, well, the oil level looks good. Got Lucas in there. I'm gonna go get the jumper pack. This battery's bad. Obviously, this thing's been sitting out in the woods. So get a jumper pack. We're gonna fire this up, let it warm up, and we'll see if it's any better. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it won't, but we're gonna find out. Before we fire this up, I'll take a look at this oil, see how gray it is. Yeah, look at that. You can really see it in there. It's not super shiny or anything, but it is gray. Looks like bearing material maybe. You're probably asking yourself, why didn't I just leave the drain plug in? I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it. All right, we're gonna try to fire it up. Get a little squirt of go juice. Definitely hear that sound. Man, that is loud. I'm pretty sure there isn't anything that can quiet that down. Well, I've decided just for science, because we have it anyway, I'm going to drain out some of the oil and I'm going to use all of this. I just want to see what happens. This is the oil coming out that we just changed. Look at how gray that is. That is seriously gray. All right, so I washed it down with a little bit of oil just to top it off. And we're going to do a little test run again. I filled the tires up with some air because it smoked my shop out pretty bad the last time, so I want to get it fired up and pull it outside. It's pretty thick. See if we can get it fired up. knock actually went away for a second. There you have it. Apparently, if you put a whole cord in, it goes away. It barely wants to run. That oil is so thick. Wow, that's crazy. I'm going to try to pull it out. Hopefully it doesn't die on me. That's crazy. That knock actually went away. I'm not saying it's fixed by any means, but I'm surprised it quieted it at all. And here it's just barely there. As it's warming up, it's coming back. Well, there you have it. You know, we did the test. Did it work? I mean, it sort of did work. Honestly, you know, the Lucas product's a pretty good product. Once again, not a sponsored video, but they do make a good product. You know, we tried this thing had such a bad knock. There was no way it was going away. It did actually make it better. But would it work on a vehicle that wasn't quite as severe of a problem? I bet it would work pretty well. You know, if you got noisy lifters or something like that, it'd probably work. I didn't expect it to go away, so it was a fun test. I'm glad you guys were here. I'm glad you guys got to spend the time. And thank you for watching. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the shares. If you guys want to see me do some kind of a crazy test on this thing, I'm getting rid of this engine anyway. So, you know, you want to see me test something that we think could get rid of the knock, put it down below. I'll try it out. Let's try it out. Let me know. I'll see you guys on the next one.